I truly believe that it is always needed. Political civic education. I mean, the organization I am representing has set out exactly because of this. The experience of the dictatorship has informed the persuasion, the belief we need to educate our young people civically, because we cannot build up certain systems. We cannot build democracy without having democrats, and we cannot leave it also to the schools to do this. So therefore, the system of the political foundation has been also set up, a pluralistic system. So that is one dimension of the question. And the second one was, how do we bring back these conversations of leadership, value-based leadership? They're here, they're taking place already, so it's not bringing them back. I just think it's an illusion to think that those conversations can take place everywhere. They never did. They will never do. Conversations about value-based leadership will not take place within masses. So it will always be certain groups. The question is rather, how do you bring this conversation beyond this particular room? How can you personally take it somewhere else if you want to, if you want these conversations to take place elsewhere? And I'm very grateful for this question and actually for the topic of this entire meeting, because we as Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, we work always in 3 years periods. So we have to apply for the next term of our project every 3 years. And the expectation of the ministry is always that we have objectives that we can achieve within 3 years, and that the following period there is a step, like an upgrade to this objective. So you have achieved this, now the next step, now the next step. And I always struggle with this. Number one, because new generations come in when you have to start the work from the beginning. Also, no development is linear. If this was the case, we would have developed our societies already. So you always have the fallbacks. You also always have conditions that are changing, that are developing, in which you might say, no, actually, I need to even go back and have an objective that starts on the level below what I have already achieved at a certain point, because this is the reality of life. And we are currently finding ourselves trying to write those objectives for the next 3 years, because the next phase starts next year. And for the Huduma fellowship, or for our fellowships, the objective that I'm currently writing down is that those fellows that are forming part of our network now start their own initiatives, their own conversations, their own activities to bring these conversations beyond the network that we helped to create, so that the next step is that you are creating these networks. Let's see whether we will be able to achieve this objective in 3 years' time.